Hello, everyone. Today, I want to tell you about 7 tips to learn English effectively. Learning English can be challenging, and I completely understand how overwhelming it can feel. I've been there, struggling to make sense of words, grammar rules, and trying to build confidence to speak. But here's the good news. Improving your English is entirely possible. It just takes the right approach and consistent effort. So, I want to share 7 practical tips that helped me in my journey to learn English. I'm sharing these because I believe they can help you too. Whether you're just starting or trying to improve, these tips can make your learning process easier and more enjoyable. Let's dive in. Number 1, practice English every day. Daily practice is one of the most important habits for learning English. I know it can feel like there's never enough time in the day, but you don't need hours. Even 10, 15 minutes of focused practice can lead to great improvements over time. When I started learning, I found simple ways to fit English into my routine. I'd read a short article while drinking my morning coffee, while playing with my son if the set was rolling. Sometimes I'd write a few sentences about my day in a journal. The key is consistency. Just like exercising, it's the regular practice that builds your skills. Even if you feel busy, set aside a few minutes each day. It will make a big difference over time. Number 2, don't be afraid to speak. Speaking English can be scary, especially if you're afraid of making mistakes. I used to feel this way too, but I realized that avoiding speaking wasn't helping me improve. So I decided to start small. At first, I spoke to myself. I described what I was doing, like I'm cooking dinner or I'm cleaning the house. It felt a bit strange, but it helped me practice forming sentences and get comfortable with speaking. Later, I joined language exchange programs and found people to talk to. It wasn't always easy, but the more I spoke, the more confident I became. Remember, mistakes are normal. Every time you speak, you're taking a step toward fluency. Number 3, learn vocabulary in context. When I first started learning English, I thought the best way to prove my vocabulary was by memorizing long lists of words. But I quickly realized that this didn't help me actually use those words in real conversations. Instead, I started learning words in context. For example, if I wanted to learn about cooking, I'd focus on phrases like, I'm baking a cake, or this recipe needs sugar. This way, I understood how to use the words naturally. Watching TV shows, reading books, and listening to English speakers also helped me pick up new vocabulary. Whenever I found a word I didn't know, I wrote it down along with a sentence that showed how it's used. Over time, this method made learning vocabulary easier and more effective. Number 4, listen to English regularly. Listening is one of the most powerful ways to improve your English. At first, it can be difficult to understand native speakers, but don't let that discourage you. The more you listen, the more you'll improve. I started by watching English movies with subtitles. This helped me follow along while hearing how words were pronounced. Over time, I challenged myself to watch without subtitles. I also listened to English podcasts and YouTube videos, choosing topics I found interesting. Listening regularly helped me get used to the rhythm and sounds of English. It also taught me natural expressions and phrases that I couldn't find in textbooks. Start with simple content and gradually move to more advanced materials as your skills improve. Number 5, embrace your mistakes. Making mistakes is a natural part of learning, but it can feel frustrating or even embarrassing. I used to feel shy about speaking because I didn't want to say something wrong, but I realized that avoiding mistakes wasn't helping me improve. Now I see mistakes as opportunities to learn. If someone corrects me, I don't take it personally. I see it as helpful feedback. Over time, I've learned to embrace my mistakes and use them to grow. Remember, nobody learns a language without making mistakes. What matters is that you keep trying. Every mistake you make is a step closer to fluency. Number 6, set clear goal. When I first started learning English, my goal was simply to get better at English. But I quickly realized that this goal was too vague. To stay motivated, I needed clear, specific goals. For example, I set goals like learn 10 new words this week or watch a movie without subtitles. These small, manageable goals gave me something to work toward and made my progress feel more tangible. Think about your own goals. Do you want to improve your speaking skills, write better emails, pass an exam? Whatever your goals are, break them into smaller steps and celebrate your achievements along the way. Number 7, make English part of your daily life. One of the most effective ways to learn English is to use it in your everyday life. This doesn't mean you have to study all the time. It's about finding simple ways to integrate English into your routine. I changed my phone's language to English, wrote my shopping lists in English, and even thought in English while doing daily tasks. For example, when I went to the grocery store, I'd think about how I'd describe what I was buying in English. These little habits helped me get used to the language without feeling like I was studying. Over time, English became a natural part of my life. So I believe you can do this. I know how hard it can be to learn English. I've felt stuck, frustrated, and unsure of my progress. But I also know that with time, effort, and the right approach, you can improve. And the right approach, you can be much more successful. Yeah. So that's what I'm here to drive home. Remember, learning a language is a journey, not a race. Be patient with yourself and enjoy the ride. I hope that helps. Every time you practice, speak, or listen, you're getting closer to your goal. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. They're a sign that you're learning. Stay consistent and remember, even small steps can lead to big progress. So, thank you for listening, and I wish you all the best on your English learning journey. Keep going. You've got this. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot, and it helps me create more great content for you. See you next video.